Not really sure what I'm going to say now, but I realized that I actually would prefer to write about this, but being being that I really only have one hand available for typing, it makes sense to do this in video. So today I went to the ER for the Duke emergency room for the third time in the past 2 months, and it was another really fun experience. I mean, I really can't recommend it enough to anyone who wants to spend 5, 6, 7, 8 hours just kind of waiting around a very just fun environment. I don't know. There's no words. And I really made it a lot of fun this time because I didn't drive. I didn't have someone drive me there or drive myself or anything. I took an ambulance. And not only did I take an ambulance, I took an ambulance from work. So got to have that humiliating experience. Um, Basically, um, my arm, my arm's been killing me the last couple days. It was really killing me today, and I didn't take any painkillers. It was very important for me to go to work today. I figured I wouldn't make it through the day. I'd go home early. But then what happened is I have these pains that, in addition to just the arm aching constantly, I'll have these pains shoot through the arm, and the hand will be cold. I mean, not good symptoms. And combine that with these these stabbing sensations in my chest, and you have a very scary scenario that I felt um, I felt like something bad, very bad, was happening um, at about 2 o'clock this afternoon, and my surgeon doesn't really have a nurse, a staff, or anything. There was no one to call to ask, what do I do? What's going on? The surgeon himself, he was in surgery all afternoon. Um, it was suggested that maybe I go to the emergency room, and my boss really suggested that I go and just have an ambulance called and not take any chances if something, I was really having some sort of episode. Um, I guess I figured if there was some kind of problem with the fistula, then that might be really bad for me. Even though I didn't know of any really serious risks, um, I was feeling like something very serious was happening. Um, um, so a few coworkers staring at me getting on the stretcher and paramedics taking me away, and it was embarrassing because there wasn't anything that wrong with me in the end. Um, I kind of feel like a hypochondriac. Like, like I'm just, I don't know. It came down to, in the end, after 6 hours there tonight. Um, Basically, the surgeon who pretty much told me not to worry about um, lifting things, like if I felt up to it and using my arm that I had the surgery on, like, not to worry so much. He said I really ought not to do anything with it for a little while. That clearly I had been overusing my left arm recently, and that's why I wasn't feeling particularly well. Had a ultrasound technician whom I asked, even though I should know that she's not qualified to give me a medical opinion. I did ask her if she saw anything on the ultrasound, and she kind of scared me by saying she saw a blood clot, and that must be causing extra pain. And I don't think there was any kind of blood clot. Um, I don't think there's anything. It's just, it's not healed. not healed because even though I've been using it gingerly, I've still been typing with it, so still extending it, and it's just the recovery has not gone very well. Um, so, so that's the story there. Another emergency room visit, and just for fun, took a lot of blood today. Had the worst um, IV put in, um, IV experience I've ever had. It's a terrible stick by the nurse, who had no remorse about it whatsoever. But anyway, among the numbers, the creatinine um, was 5.7, which means that I'm still I'm at 12%, which means this fistula is going to be used for dialysis probably in a few months. So I'm not happy about that. Um, Not surprised, but just that's reality. So um, I guess it's good when you go to the ER and you're basically okay. You just gonna feel like a putz, or that's the word that comes to mind for making such a making such an ordeal out of it. Should probably didn't need to be. And I gotta pay for it too. I don't know what the copay is. It's like $400 or $500 when you go to the ER with an ambulance. Anyway, I'll take off another day from work tomorrow. Um, I have so much to do. I've got I've got to just have a day when I really don't try to do much at all. I haven't really been doing that. So I've been trying to get things organized at home, and using my arm too much. I look like hell right now. So anyway, that's it. Hopefully, no more of these videos for a while.